Times always get busy in the ASEAN Basketball League when it's late in the elimination round. Teams trying to get into the playoffs, teams trying to find where they will sit in the playoff bracket as we head into the postseason. And that's what the Macau Black Bears are trying to do here at home. With a 13-11 record, they are trying to break into the top four spots, hoping that they will enjoy a home court advantage when it comes to the first round of the playoffs. But of course, the Wolf Warriors, although eliminated, they can play party spoilers here to the Macau Black Bears. Good day, basketball fans. Coming to you from Foshan, Nanhai, China, Jot Sulit and Marco Benitez. Marco, the team standings are on their screens.
Yes, Jot, as you mentioned, Macau Black Bears just a game behind the BTN CLS Knights, and of course they want home court advantage as we head into the playoffs. Looking into that last game, Wolf Warriors lost to the Formosa Dreamers 97-78. You see the lopsided stats in favor of the Dreamers, 32-10 in terms of assists, 31-51 in terms of rebounding. They were also dominated in terms of inside points. As you take a look at Corey Bradford, led the way for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors, 18 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist to his name.
You know, led the way, maybe understating. He was practically carrying the entire team on his shoulders. But that's something that two guys did for the Macau Black Bears when they faced the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas in their previous match, dealing the defending champions their worst loss of the tournament. Mike McKinney catching fire in that game.
Well, Mike McKinney, 43 points, continuing on his rampage, averaging 36 points per game in his last 4 games since Anthony Tucker fell into injury. And together with Mike McKinney, DeWarrick Spencer also coming out strong in that game, 42 big points for Spencer as well.
85 between those two imports of the Macau Black Bears. Now for the Wolf Warriors, we talked about Corey Bradford. How important will his performance be in this game?
Well, he really has to carry the load here for the Wolf Warriors, especially if Tez Patterson is still not healthy and will still probably not be able to play at 100%, although we saw Mike Bell warming up with the team. But Corey Bradford, he is the leader on the perimeter end of the floor, so he's going to have to start out aggressive for the Wolf Warriors.
Bradford was seen in his on your screens right now. I was talking about Patterson, who was dressed in his warmers, in his shorts, in his shoes, but he wasn't warming up nor stretching with the team. Now Ryan Watkins, in their last game, he took a back seat, but he more than held his own underneath. How about 16 rebounds against PJ Ramos?
It was probably one of the most nonchalant and one of the most amiable imports that we have here in the league. Ryan Watkins doing what his team needs to do in order to win. 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, just 4 points as you mentioned. But when you have your 2 other imports combining for 85 points, there's not a lot of scoring that you have to do. Talking about Ryan Watkins, but expect him to play a lot more aggressively on the offensive end, as Mike McKinney did not make the trip here as he is suspended for this game because of accumulating 5 technical fouls.
That is the big news for the Macau Black Bears. No Mike McKinney. He is the leading scorer of the entire league. And you see him in his last match, 43 points. And it's just insane to see 2 players combine for 85. We were kidding with Ryan Watkins that he needs to get his 40 piece here today.
And you know what's amazing about Mike McKinney, as we take a look at the notable players for the Wolf Warriors, that McKinney was the heritage import last season, but right now he's outplaying all the other imports in the league. He's averaging 28 points per game this season, and as you mentioned, 36 points per game since Anthony Tucker fell into injury.
And it's Mike McKinney with the tear that he has been on this season. Marco, he is even a candidate for World Import MVP here in Season 9 of the ABL. And that just goes to show the talent that that man has and how much Macau will miss him today.
Here at Foshan, as we bring you another game day of the ASEAN Basketball League. Tonight, it's the visiting Macau Black Bears going up against our very own Wolf Warriors.
各位观众朋友们，晚上好！欢迎大家来到佛山狮山体育馆来观看 ABL 常规赛。澳门战狼队对阵澳门黑熊队。下面，请允许我介绍双方运动员、教练员以及担任本场比赛的裁判员。首先介绍客队，澳门黑熊队。
And now, first up, let's welcome the visiting Macau Black Bears. Number 3, DeWarrick Spencer.
3号，DeWarrick Spencer。
Number 4, Chen Liu.
4号 Jenny Liu。
Number 8, Ryan Watkins.
8号 Ryan Watkins。
Number 11, Wang Kangtong.
11号李家栋。
Number 12, Sean Weissing. Number 15, Nathan Liu.
20号
Number 20, Derek King.
20号金德伟。
Number 21, Ong Kong Chi.
21号袁景志。
Number 35, Yu Si Hao.
25号刘子豪。
Number 26, Yong Kei Lo. Number 31, Yang Song Chang.
31号田仲天。
And number 48, Long Chong Chuan.
48号刘进芳。
The head coach for the Macau Black Bears is Wu Chang-sin. His assistant is Matthias Fischer.
主教练吴建新。在介绍我们主队澳门战狼之前，可不可以给我来点掌声？欢呼声！
Number 9, Miguel.
9号 Miguel。
Number 12, Jason Chen.
12号谢高兴。
Number 13, Corey Bradford.
13号 Curry Bradford。
Number 21, Liu Su.
21号刘旭。
Number 23, Chai Chen.
23号蔡晨。
Number 32, Sun Hifei.
32号孙鹤东。
Number 33, Li Zhu.
33号李俊。
Number 42, Tess Madison.
42号 Tim Benson。
And number 67, Song Xiao.
67号周显超。
The head coach for the Wolf Warriors is Max Kuala. His assistant is Ken Kuala.
主教练 Max Newman， 助理教练秦朗。
Both teams may proceed to the center court for the pre-game action.
请双方运动员相互握手致意。
This is going to be game number 3 of a 4-game slate today in the ABL. And earlier, Marco, the Mono Vampire Basketball Club already completed the playoff cast, defeating the Westport's Malaysia Dragons. So right now it's about taking your positions, and we know how important home court advantage here in the ABL is. That's why Macau, it's still very important for them to get wins.
That is correct, Jut, and you know, especially since the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs, the quarterfinals, is just a 3-game series or a best-of-3 matchup. It is very important that you have home court advantage, meaning that means first game and the last game, if ever, will be played on your home soil.
And also some stories that we have here in this game. As you mentioned earlier, no Mike McKinney for Coach Mu Janshin and the Macau Black Bears, as McKinney was suspended for incurring his 5th technical foul of the season. And the important thing here to note too is that he will be suspended for only 1 game, but every technical foul that is called on him will result to another suspension. So he will have to be careful the rest of the way.
Yeah. And as we all know, Mike McKinney plays with a lot of passion and a lot of heart, and it can really get very emotional during games. And of course, Black Bears coming in with a lot of confidence against the Wolf Warriors. They have won their past 3 meetings by an average of 33 points per game. So very daunting task here for the home squad.
Also for the Macau Black Bears, something very important as well. Jenning Leung playing against his former team. They faced off already before, right after Leung was acquired by the Macau Black Bears, but Leung did not suit up for that game. So this is going to be the first time that he will play against the Wolf Warriors, his former teammates.
And expect Jenning Leung to play a vital role here, as he has started to play the point guard spot. He has been a regular starter the past few games here for Coach Mu Jiangshin, and he takes that point guard spot as McKinney and Warren Spencer play the 2 and the 3 respectively.
And Leung will be starting with Watkins, Lai, King, and Spencer on the other side for the Wolf Warriors. Chai Chen, Mike Bell, Sun, Liu, and Bradford We gotta take note. I'm sorry, Marco. We gotta take note also of Zhongshan Chao, a mid-season acquisition of the Wolf Warriors. This is his hometown, so a lot of fans coming out to see Zhong play in this game, although he will come off the bench.
And he had 7 points against the Formosa Dreamers, so I'd expect him to really, once he gets on the floor, to try to come out with a lot of energy. You know, this guy, as you mentioned, can jump out of the stadium. A very athletic guard here for the Wolf Warriors. Wolf Warriors starting out with a tall lineup in this game. You have Miguel, Corey Bradford, of course, Chai Chen, Sun Hefeng, and Liu Zhu. So expect them to try to pound the ball. I think one of the keys here for the Wolf Warriors is try to dominate inside, get their fair share of rebounds, prevent the Black Bears from getting out in transition. As we know, Black Bears, one of the best three-point shooting teams. They're actually #1 in terms of three-pointers made per game and three-point percentage in this ABL season.
When you're the opponent of the Black Bears, in this case the Wolf Warriors, you cannot let the Black Bears gain any sort of momentum or rhythm on offense. Against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, they started out the game 0 for 8. And then suddenly, they just went into an assault and shot the lights out inside the Foshan Sports and Cultural Center.
Most important thing here for the Wolf Warriors is to defend the perimeter. This is the #1 scoring team in terms of points per game at 102 points per game. So you have to defend the perimeter, especially with Warwick Spencer. Of course, try to slow the game down, not play to the pace of the Black Bears.
As we said earlier, the Wolf Warriors already out in the season. They will not make the playoffs, but what could they still be playing for here, Marco?
Well, they're playing for a lot of pride again here in front of their home crowd. Of course, playing for the experience, try to get more maturity, try to get more lessons as they head into their second season. We saw the Formosa Dreamers come out with a 119 season in their first year, and then right now vying for that #1 spot.
Ryan Watkins, the leading rebounder of the league, gets the board there, and an assist for him as well as Spencer starts out with the 3.
So Warwick Spencer in his past two games is averaging 38 points per game. That's how potent a scorer this guy is.
And those are his only 2 games in the ABL. So he's starting his stint in this league very well. We were even challenging him. I know he might get to take a few more shots with McKinney out, and you were telling him, just so you know, the 60 is the league record for an individual.
Single game scoring record. And you know, with the injury of Anthony Tucker, looks to be very serious. He might be out, possibly be out until the latter portion of the playoffs, if ever. So he will have to be the replacement here for the Black Bears, and so far he has been a suitable replacement.
Let's talk about Chai Chen as well, the leading local scorer in ABL 9, and he went to work in that previous offensive possession.
Well, Chai Chen has missed the past 2 games here for the Wolf Warriors, but as you mentioned, averaging close to 19 points per game, 7 rebounds, close to 3 assists, as well as Jenning Leung hits his first 3-pointer of the game as well.
Well, no one was there to close out on him. Leung saw the opportunity and made the most of it.
And this is precisely what you don't want to happen if you're Coach Matt Skillman. Turnovers leading to transition baskets.
And Leung finishes off of the pass from Spencer. Good start here for the Macau Black Bears, unlike what they had against Alab Pilipinas.
And you know, Black Bears, one of the best at converting turnovers into baskets on the other end.
Here now are the Wolf Warriors. Bradford taking Leung to the basket. He has strength advantage. Bradford doesn't get the roll.
One of the things that Wolf Warriors also want to avoid is a lot of one-on-one play. They only average about 17 assists per ball game, while the Black Bears average in the low 20s. They do a better job sharing the basketball.
Now, one thing we know about the Black Bears, Marco, is that they're a highly offensive team. They like beating their opponents with scoring, and it has worked. It has gotten them to the playoffs of ABL 9.
Well, they're not known as a defensive team, but they will try to outscore you in every game. As you see here, first turnover of the game for the Black Bears. That's a great defensive stop there coming from Derek King.
And King just not quitting there. Ball was taken away by Sun Hefeng, but he chased Sun all the way to the rim.
Now with this big lineup here of the Wolf Warriors, they're definitely going to be playing zone in the half court. And so far, the Black Bears have been able to break that zone with their three-point shooting.
Here's Bell, has yet to take a shot here against a smaller Derek King. Mike Bell doesn't get it. Watkins with the board. Spencer has been taking the role of point guard to start the game for Macau. We'll dump it down low to Watkins. Ryan, hook shot off the glass and in.
That one coming off another assist. That's a nice extra pass there coming from Spencer after breaking the defense, getting into the middle. And that's a one-on-one play there from Ryan Watkins.
Early 8-point lead for the Black Bears. Here's Chai Chen. Another strong attack to the left. And he took 3 defenders with him to the rim.
And that's one thing that the Wolf Warriors can take advantage of. They are the bigger team. And Chai Chen, I doubt there is another player on the Black Bears side outside of Ryan Watkins that can defend him on the inside.
King from outside doesn't go. Rebound out of nowhere. Ryan Watkins was there.
Somebody's got to box out Ryan Watkins, #1 rebounder in the league, averaging about 14 rebounds per ball game.
That's an open shot from Liu. Still doesn't get it. Troubles brewing up for the Wolf Warriors. King passes to nowhere. He saw someone there. No one else did.
Absolute turnover there for the Black Bears. Not really known as a team that turns the ball over a lot, especially with Anthony Tucker and Mike McKinney. But hopefully the Wolf Warriors can capitalize on every mistake that the Black Bears make.
Here's Chai again. Leaving it for Bell. And that works for the Wolf Warriors. Great teamwork between the two bigs.
6 points in the paint here for the home squad. And again, that is the area where they have the advantage.
Leong left open. Again, money on the 3.
And again, another miscommunication on defense. Chai Chen very frustrated at his teammates right now.
Well, he's been trying to lead them, but they got to do their part, especially on defense. Bradford couldn't get it. And I think Leung is really pumped up. You can see him just really sprinting up and down the floor.
There's always extra motivation when you're playing against the team that lets you go. Jawarick Spencer hits another three-pointer. 21-6 start here for the Black Bears.
What a fiery beginning for the visiting Macau Black Bears. They have hit from everywhere on the court, and they have built a 12-point lead. The Wolf Warriors trailing right now by 12 points, and they come out flat, Marco. And one thing we said was they cannot let Macau get rhythm early, but that's what the Black Bears did. They caught themselves firing from everywhere.
And to add to that, the Black Bears putting a little more pressure on the backcourt, showing a little 2-2-1 on that sequence. But they've connected on a 3 3-pointers already, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check that. Yeah, 3 3-pointers already for the Black Bears.
Chai will try from outside. He will hit the first 3 for the Wolf Warriors.
They're going to need a lot more of those if they want to compete here against the very high-scoring Black Bears.
Is there one guy that the Wolf Warriors will need to focus on primarily?
I think the way the Black Bears have been playing this season, all season long, outside of a Mike McKinney who's not here, they have to focus on defending Jawarick Spencer and Ryan Watkins inside the paint.
Chai Chen, the pass inside. Sun Hefeng was waiting there. And you know what? All the points that the Wolf Warriors have scored, Chai Chen has been a contributor, either scoring or assisting.
That's a nice extra pass there from Chai Chen. Saw that he drew 2 defenders, found the open guy who was Sun Hefeng under the basket.
But on the other side, the Warwick Spencer seeing an advantage. He's on open lane, quickly attacked, got fouled. Now he's at the line.
Now with the taller lineup here of the Wolf Warriors, they're definitely going to be the slower team. So the Wolf Warriors really have to communicate on defense and not leave those open areas on the wing.
0 for 2 for the Warwick Spencer from the line. That's rare.
There's that full court, half court pressure now for the guys in black.
Now showing their defensive wares. But Chai Chen underneath got rid of the defense and delivers the 2 points.
Again, that's where they have the advantage. That's a nice interior pass there coming from Mike Bell. And Lai Katong could do very little against a much bigger Chai Chen.
Ray Parks is the defending local MVP of the ABL, but he's facing tough competition this season with Chai Chen. What have you been impressed with the most about Chai?
Well, I think for Chai Chen, I think what impresses me is his ability to score both from the inside and the outside, and he can mix it up with a bigger imports as well as shoot it from the outside, as well as be able to pass it, make some pinpoint passes. But that time, there's going to be a foul probably on Liu Zhu.
Indeed, it will be. And Chai Chen saving himself from trouble there. No fouls yet from Chai, but of course, with him being the best player, practically the only one who's making things happen on offense for the Wolf Warriors, you want to preserve every foul you can.
And we've also seen some flashes of brilliance from Chai Chen on the defensive end. I remember a game in Domain where he had about 3 or 4 blocks. I think that was against the BTN CLS Knights when they forced overtime and defeated the Knights. So he has that ability to play defense.
We've heard some stories, probably rumors at this point, unconfirmed, that Chai Chen has been getting some invites from the CBA as well. And truly, what he has shown here in the ABL, I think he's deserving of those.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it's definitely one of the best locals that we have here in the league.
Here's Chai with shot clock winding down, finds a way to score.
And again, the ability to put the ball on the floor, also an exceptional shot maker for a guy his size.
12 points already for Chen. And he taps that rebound to Mike Bell. Chen alone is keeping the Wolf Warriors in this game.
And no doubt they're down by just 5 points here.
Here's Sun, great spin. Gets away from Spencer. And this is just a 3-point game. Now it's time for Coach Mujin Shan to call a stoppage. He is not liking the comeback that the Wolf Warriors are posting here in the first quarter.
你嘅手仔喺邊度啊？可以借嚟用一用嘛，小數。繼續將加油聲音送俾我哋澳門戰狼，加油！
Back to the ball game here inside the Xishan Gymnasium in Foshan, China. The Black Bears up by 3 points. Bell completing the steal there. And that is something that will upset the coaching staff of Macau. They came off a timeout.
Yeah. I know, very uncharacteristic of the Black Bears. And you know, Judd, I thought it a bit odd that the Wolf Warriors started out with a big lineup, especially against a perimeter-centric team in the Black Bears. But so far, it has been paying dividends for them because they've stuck with their game plan of pounding the ball inside the paint.
Oh, that was a great attack from Derek King. He actually had guys running with him in Watkins and Leung, but Kings, you know, sometimes as an offensive player, you see the floor, you get better sense of what could happen. I thought he felt that if he passed it, it would have resulted to a turnover. So, hey, he's at the free throw line. The only problem is Macau has missed 4 of their first 5 attempts from the free throw line.
And you know, one thing about the defense that the Wolf Warriors have played, without Mike McKinney, who is probably the most consistent player who can beat your defense off the dribble. Black Bears do not have that type of a guy. As you know, DeWarrick Spencer is a penetrator, but he is more of a shooter from the outside. So they're relying on their bigs to pound the ball inside, and they're trusting their defense to be able to stay in front of the Macau perimeter players just enough.
Hey, we saw an adjustment there. Chai Chen already got 4 points off of that move, and Watkins making the proper defensive adjustment, making it difficult for Chai. Here's Sun. Loses the basketball, Watkins takes it. The Black Bears running again. Leung leaving it for Spencer. Yu Hao dumps it down low. Watkins against Chai. Ryan Watkins, the spin, the fader, bottom of the net.
That's a tough move there for Ryan Watkins. And if he can attack Chai Chen aggressively and consistently in this game, that might take away some of the effort from Chai Chen on the offensive end.
Now it's the Wolf Warriors' turn. Down by 6 points, Chai. Baseline J gets the bounce. Chai Chen in a move with 14 points.
And he has scored or assisted on 18 of the 20 points already of the Wolf Warriors.
Here's Leung for Macau. Watkins gets the ball in the middle. They're looking for options. Nathan Yu off the bench, microwave bucket.
Again, the three-point shooting of the Black Bears breaking that 2-3 zone of the Wolf Warriors.
And you know, against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, Nathan Yu did not even play a single second, so it's good to see him that he steps on the floor, brings in the same confidence he used to have. Great defense for Spencer. Taking the ball away, now it's Watkins. Straight to the basket.
And again, the ability to convert turnovers into points on the other end of the floor. Macau Black Bears pulling away once again, 9-point lead right now for the visiting team.
Shot clock down to 15. About 3 seconds separating the game clock and shot clock. Yan Shi sizing up the defense. Yan to the basket. Had to hang. Bell with a putback, no good. Leung with 4 seconds remaining. Shannon gets away. And he gets the layup right in the nick of time. Finishing the first quarter with 10 points. Shannon Leung balling out against his former team, and he was able to give the Macau Black Bears an 11-point lead at the end of the first period. Start of the second quarter here in Xishan Gymnasium in Foshan, China. The Wolf Warriors hosting the Macau Black Bears, but it's the visiting team so far with an 11-point lead. Judd Sulit and Marco Benitez on the call here. Marco, what set the tone for the Black Bears in the first period?
Well, I guess as you mentioned, their three-point shooting, they were 5 of 10 in that first quarter from the outside. The Wolf Warriors, meantime, focusing their offense on the inside, only took 4 attempts from the three-point range. So they're trying to focus on their strength here. But the Macau Black Bears so far have been able to capitalize on their outside shooting and on some of the mistakes from the Wolf Warriors.
King out to Watkins, looking to show his range. Got hit there, no foul whistle.
That's a lucky break actually for Chai Chen. There was a lot of contact after the release of Watkins.
But you know what? You never saw Watkins complain a bit. He just went on and stood up, ran back to play defense. That's the attitude you want to see from a player.
One of the most effective blue-collar guys we have here in the league.
Macau looking for an opportunity. Watkins, short sap, no good. He had 11 points in the first period.
Nice pass actually from Derek King, penetrating the defense, finding Watkins as Mike Bell reintroduces himself here.
Missed the last 3 games for the Wolf Warriors, but looking to do damage here.
5 points in the game for Mike Bell.
King looking for Watkins. Inside pass. Watkins block, he recovers and gets the 2 points eventually. Hard work pays off.
And again, Ryan Watkins just relentless under the basket against 2 defenders that time.
And even though Macau is 1 import down, so far they can still afford to have Spencer sit out and leave just Watkins as the lone import on the floor.
And ever since they shifted Ryan Watkins against Chai Chen, they have been able to limit the scoring of Chai Chen.
King wanting to take Yansha one-on-one. Ball taken away by Bell. Mike Bell straight to the bucket, the spin move, getting away from Liu.
First pair of fast break points there for the Wolf Warriors, and only their 4th point off a turnover.
Deficit cut down to 8. Watkins all alone by the free throw line.
And again, Ryan Watkins so effective, whether it's from the outside or from the mid-range.
And sometimes that's what we see, Marco, from the Wolf Warriors. They will get something on offense, and then maybe they forget to tighten up on the defensive end. Chai not getting that. Bradford. Last touch was on Macau, I believe. It will stay with the Wolf Warriors.
You know what's so dangerous about the Black Bears is even if you score on them, because of their three-point shooting, they can make baskets in a hurry. So they don't mind just trading baskets because more often than not, their three-pointers, they shoot more three-pointers than two-pointers.
Zhong is already in the game again. He is from Foshan, China, so a lot of these fans in the stands coming out to see him. Chai misses this time. The Warwick Spencer showing his hops. Spencer. Zigzag, crossover, what a move! Spencer deep in the bag.
And showing us the ability to bring the ball from left to right, finishing with a right hand against Chai Chen.
And Chai, he tried his very best but could not keep up. Here he is on the offensive side. Chen, Bell with the putback jam!
And this is what the Warriors have definitely missed from the absence of Mike Bell. The rebounding, the athleticism, the ability to put some highlights on the reel.
Watkins against a smaller Zhong. Macau trying to get him the basketball. Nathan Yu attacking out to Liu Zihao. Three-pointer, no. Look at the battle for the boards. Both Chai Chen and Watkins just using one hand each. Macau coming out with it, they get to reset their offense. Spencer. By the baseline, pull up Jay. And you know what? He likes that angle. He will always dribble to that side. And even though it's a fall away, he still finds a way to score.
We were watching him during the warm-ups as one of the purest and simplest strokes that we've seen in a long time.
And Bradford quick to get the points back.
And I'd like to see Corey Bradford do more of that. Try to take advantage of the matchup that he has. Definitely he's going to be stronger than any defender from the perimeter that Macau throws at him.
Watkins to the cutting Tian, kicks it out. Zihao gets rid of Bradford. Three-pointer, nothing there. Macau gets an offensive board. Spencer took it from afar, couldn't hit. It's a 10-point lead for the visitors.
So far, the Wolf Warriors have not been able to make any headway here.
Oh, Bradford, good line on the three, just a bit too strong. Nice intention for Spencer, but he immediately realized that he had to put that pass as a lob and not straight to the chest of Watkins.
And again, that's going to be another turnover here for the Black Bears, and the turnovers really preventing them from breaking this game wide open.
You're right. You know, many times in this first half, it seemed like they were ready to do that, to completely leave the Wolf Warriors in the rear view mirror. But Mike Bell saying, not just yet. We still have a lot of fight in us.
And, you know, that's going to be a basket off a turnover here for the Black Bears. So Wolf Warriors really trying to compete in this game against the visiting squad.
You from the corner, good line, good result for the Black Bears.
The Black Bears making this, making their offense look very easy, just moving the ball around from inside to outside. That time, Nathan Yu wide open from the corner.
Well, they have 12 assists on 17 made field goals. That is how you make basketball easy. Spencer running the break, sees three white defenders, kicks it out to you. Tian will reset. Watkins. Trapped there by two defenders. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Spencer gets past Chai Chen. He used, well, he got some separation, and that was enough for him to get 2 more points. He's up to 12 points. So is the lead of the Macau Black Bears. Timeout, Wolf Warriors. We still have 4 minutes remaining in the second period. In the last game of the Macau Black Bears, the Warwick Spencer had 42 points, Mike McKinney had 43. Ryan Watkins only had 4, but here in the first half, it's Watkins leading the way for the Black Bears with 15 points and 7 rebounds.
And you also have Jenny Leung contributing 10 points. You have 3 players in double figures for the Black Bears.
Bell with a reverse layup. Also credit that pass from Liu Shu.
Right now, Mike Bell tying Chai Chen for leading scorer for the Wolf Warriors. Both players with 14 points apiece. And that's going to be another turnover for the Black Bears.
Chan was not expecting the pass from Watkins. Bell leaving it up for Liu Shu. No Chai Chen on the floor right now for the Wolf Warriors, so Mike Bell really has to step up. He takes a three-pointer, comes up short, and it bounces out of bounds.
And that shot was well challenged by Tian. A lot of standing around for the Wolf Warriors on that possession.
Well, Bell has done marvelous things here so far, is 1 rebound away from a double-double. But how about Spencer too? You know, more than the 12 points that he has already, has 7 assists.
Yeah, that's actually very surprising this early in the game. We're only in the first half.
Looking for his 8th. That's off for Lai Katong. And ball will go back to the Wolf Warriors.
Well, what Spencer has done is he's really tried to probe into the defense, and because of the spacing of the Black Bears, he's been able to find a lot of his teammates open from the outside. Nathan Yu, Jenny Leung have been recipients of those kick-out passes coming from Spencer.
Jong testing the defense of Spencer, couldn't get that acrobatic reverse. Spencer on the run. DeWarrick Spencer shows him how it's done.
And again, DeWarrick Spencer showing us the entire repertoire. Going up in terms of scoring right now, Spencer with 14 points, second leading scorer for the Black Bears.
And they have built another 12-point lead. This is the highest it has gone. Bell, the fake spin, the turnaround, it's a miss. Spencer grabs his third rebound.
And so far, John, what they've done is they've gone away from pounding the ball inside the paint. They've settled for a lot of outside shots.
And just as you say it, they pound the ball down to Watkins, but Ryan took too long, 3-second violation on him.
So that's going to count as another turnover here for the Black Bears. Black Bears already with 7 turnovers in the game. Let's see if the Wolf Warriors can capitalize.
At this point, they're just not making the most of those opportunities. Only 7 turnover points for the Wolf Warriors. In fact, Macau has more. 8 points out of the 5 errors of the Wolf Warriors. And they force another one. Leong on the run. Macau has numbers. Spencer from outside. They get the 3 to fall.
And that's going to be another assist from the Black Bears. And despite the loss of Anthony Tucker, despite the absence of Mike McKinney, the system of the Black Bears sharing the basketball is still working here against the Wolf Warriors.
You know, Marco, and DeWarrick Spencer was playing alongside Mike McKinney. He was scoring big. He was making tough baskets, but he was sort of just trying to get his fair share of the spotlight because McKinney was really running the show. But now we're really getting a full glimpse of what DeWarrick Spencer is able to do with no Mike McKinney tonight.
Yeah, it's a sign of it's a good sign of maturity here for an import who comes in, 3 games in, is already able to buy into the system of the Black Bears, and it just speaks volumes on the maturity of DeWarrick Spencer.
Jong getting the steal, staying sneaky. Spencer apologizing to Watkins. Bell looking for someone to swing it to. Mike Bell. Nothing there. Leong on the run. Nice pass to Watkins, and Macau scores 2 more.
And, you know, that's one of the things that Ryan Watkins does best. He loves to run the floor, outrun the other big men of opposing teams, as Ryan Watkins, 17 points right now.
Rim running, and he gets rewarded. That's 14 assists now for the Black Bears. Bell attacking Lai Katong, misses on that layup. And Watkins got a hold of it, but he was already stepping on the line. Possession will return to the Wolf Warriors. And Chai Chen also sent back into the game.
But, you know, despite the miss from Mike Bell, I like the attitude of trying to put the ball on the floor, attacking the basket.
When Chai Chen was sitting on the Macau bench, on the Wolf Warriors bench, that was when the lead grew to a high of 17. Bell just trims it down to 15 again.
Well, Bell right now is the leading scorer here for the Wolf Warriors with 16 points in the game. Chai Chen has 14.
Bell and Chai, 30 of the 36. Nathan Yu. And that will be the end of the first half. It's a 15-point lead for the Macau Black Bears. Ryan Watkins with 17 points. DeWarrick Spencer, 17 as well. And those 2 guys, just 2 away. Combined 2 away from the total of the Wolf Warriors. We'll talk more about what happened in the first half in just a bit.
蘭係嘛？嗰兩個鬼佬再過一個越南嘅隊友運動員啊，嗰個精彩程度咧，大家可以上我哋嘅澳門戰狼微信公眾號或者澳門戰狼微博。
We've reached the fold here inside of Xishan Gymnasium in Foshan, China. The visiting Macau Black Bears up by 15 points, 51-36. You're still watching Season 9 of the ASEAN Basketball League. The Warwick Spencer proving to be one of the main men of his team in only his third game in the ABL. Thanks for joining us, Jod Sulit and Marco Benitez here, delivering you this game. Marco, would you please summarize what happened in the first half for us?
Well, I think in that first quarter, Macau Black Bears exploiting their three-point shooting. They outscored Wolf Warriors 31-20, and then in the second quarter, Wolf Warriors doing a better job limiting the scoring of the Black Bears. They only limited the Black Bears to 20 points, but only managing 16 points of their own because they went away from their strategy of pounding the ball inside the paint. Also, Black Bears committing several turnovers. I think 8 turnovers already for the Black Bears, which prevented them from really breaking the game wide open. If I'm the Wolf Warriors, I'm putting a quick guard in front of the Warwick Spencer, preventing him from getting that penetration, and then forcing the Black Bears to try to beat them using somebody other than the Warwick Spencer or Ryan Watkins.
Spencer, 17 points. Watkins, 17 as well. Zhening Leung with 10 points. But what's impressive, I believe, between the three of them, as Leung gets 2 more points, they are now shooting, the three of them combined, 20 for 28 from the field. That's about 72%, Marco.
And they've really combined for most of the points here of the Black Bears. And that time, first play off the bat, off the horn set. Zhening Leung scoring from a nice pass coming from Ryan Watkins, but Chai Chen answering right back.
And it seems as though for the Wolf Warriors, it has only been Chai Chen and Mike Bell. They have combined for 32 of the 38 points of their team. But they had really had to work so hard for every bucket. Spencer, series of crossovers, bottom of the net.
That's going to be a mismatch there for the Warwick Spencer. The bigger lineup of the Wolf Warriors will be much slower against this quick perimeter-oriented lineup of the Black Bears. So actually a little bit surprising that the Wolf Warriors are going with a man-to-man instead of the zone, which they used practically the entire first half.
You know, if this rampage continues for Spencer, he could break the record. I don't know what the number is at this point, but the first, fastest to maybe first 100 points in the league. He's on pace to beat that kind of a record.
So Spencer's been averaging 38 points per game the past 2 games, as Ryan Watkins that time getting a little bit of retribution against Chai Chen.
Absolutely, and Watkins has been shooting the ball excellently in this game. Now has 19 points. It's also the lead of Macau. Bradford, short on his layup, and he really got frustrated that time. Slow to get back on defense. Lai Katong threw that ball up. Watkins recovers. Ryan out to Lai. The Black Bears will reset their offense as Spencer out to Ryan. Like to show his range, not this time. Spencer steals the rebound. And it's just been hustle for Macau, even though they're already up by big.
Yeah, they're just outworking the much slower-footed Wolf Warriors at this point.
Chai trying to be stopped here. Shen loses it, was still able to put it up, and that will be 2 free throws for Chai Chen.
And just taking it upon himself, trying to kind of release a little bit of that frustration with his teammates, is Chai Chen.
Oh, absolutely, he has been very frustrated. We saw a couple of sequences in the first half, Marco, where there was shouting in the huddle of the Wolf Warriors, and when Chai Chen was pulled out of the game, he sat on the very far end of their bench, refusing to join the rest of his team. But it's good to see him break into a little smile now. But he could only make 1 of 2 free throws.
We know we've seen Chai Chen. He's a very emotional competitor here, so he just wants to be very competitive, and especially at this point where the game is still not out of their hands. A quick run here for the Wolf Warriors can pretty much trim this to a single deficit margin in a hurry.
Bradford using the pick from Bell. Mike going down low to Chai. Follow a one-footer. Sun gets blocked there. Leung comes away with it. Running start for Jennings to Spencer. The Warwick Spencer delivers the 2 points.
And again, no big man challenging that layup, wide open layup pretty much from the Warwick Spencer, who now ups his scoring. 21 points right now for the import.
Bell getting stopped there. Bradford goes to the elbow. Jumper is money.
That's a nice step back jumper there for Corey Bradford. But again, you cannot afford to trade baskets for the #1 scoring team in the league.
Here's Spencer again. In a 2-man game between him and Watkins. They go to that again. Ryan momentarily lost it. Watkins just took the defense of Chai away, but he couldn't score. Corey Bradford trying to use his strength, leaves it up for Sun Hef-Feng, who completes the play and also gets the opportunity for a 3-point play.
And again, if you're going to take a page out of the game of Ryan Watkins, good things will happen. If as a big man you run the floor, you rim run as you mentioned, Judd. So that time, Sun Hef-Feng getting the benefit of that assist coming from Corey Bradford.
He wasn't able to complete the 3-point play, but he was able to at least trim the deficit down to 16. Positives happening for Macau. Watkins again diving to the basket, but he has been missing here in the 3rd quarter. Has there been an adjustment on defense for the Wolf Warriors?
I think the Wolf Warriors going back to a zone past couple of sequences.
And that is 6 straight points for the Wolf Warriors. Bradford with a putback. Lai. Now it's Derek King. They give him space. King misses. How about Watkins? Trying to get to that basketball, but lost it out of bounds.
But again, that is what you have to do. You have to put a man on the Warwick Spencer. You know, he's the only guy who can consistently beat you from the outside. And you make Jennings Young, you make Derek King beat you from the 3-point line, and you make sure to box out against Ryan Watkins.
About 5.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Wolf Warriors making strides here in the 3rd quarter. Sun Hef-Feng tips his head down, puts it up, gets the bucket, and a bonus.
Getting his teammates off the bench. Sun Hef-Feng, not really known as a guy who can put the ball on the floor and finish after contact, but that time taking it straight at Lai Katong.
And they have been trying to expose the defense of Lai, attacking the Macau forward every time they get a chance to do so. And good things have happened for them.
That is the reason why Coach Mu Jin-Chan sends in Liu Zihao, whom they feel is the better defender, as Lai Katong picks up his 2nd personal foul.
And this time, Sun completes the 3-point play. He has put his game face on. And the lead of Macau down to 11 points. King misses badly on the 3.
Probably an ill-advised shot there on the part of Derek King.
Bradford telling his teammates, we gotta relax. The Wolf Warriors in the midst of a massive run.
Ball against the Wolf Warriors. TV timeout.
Ball was stripped away, but it will stay with the Wolf Warriors. Coach Mu Jin-Chan has seen enough. He has decided to call a timeout. The deficit, which was once up to a high of 20 points, is now down to 11.
媒體暫停時間，我哋嘅署名叫做幸福 VIP 話 DJ 哥哥晚上好啊！歡迎嚟到獅山體育中心舉行呢個 ABL 嘅比賽啊！話支持超哥哥，希望超哥哥多啲比賽，多啲上場比賽。OK， 唔該晒我哋嘅幸福 VIP 啊！係啦，現場我哋想同 DJ 哥哥一齊互動，好簡單，攞你嘅手機出嚟咁，然後打開微信右上角添加加號，然後揾到傑出表現，或者搜索英文字母 DJ 6893公眾微信號，咁然後揾到我，即時留言俾我啊！為你中意嘅球星拿下座位加油！ 好，下面時間我哋繼續加油！
The Wolf Warriors mustering up a 9-0 run to get back in this game. Only down by 11 points right now, and they have outscored the Black Bears 12-8 here in the third period.
And I like their adjustment on defense, going back to that 2-3 zone with Miguel at the bottom right or bottom left-hand side of that zone. Gives them a little more leg to challenge those three-point shots.
They go back to Chai against Watkins. Chai Chen backing down. The help was there. Ball is loose. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation on the Wolf Warriors.
A little slow to develop on that play, and because of the deflection, that caused the shot clock violation.
Sun Hefeng has come up big here in the third quarter. Has already a total of 9 points in this game. 5 of those he scored here in the third.
And there's a 2-3 zone once again. There's a deflection coming from Zhu. But with Miguel on the side of the Warwick Spencer, he's going to be able to challenge those outside shots from Spencer.
I think that's what they're trying to slow down, definitely. Spencer, a very efficient and effective source of points. Looks to provide again and does so.
Just too quick there for the Warwick Spencer. Just after that ball screen, able to create some space and a late challenge from Chai Chen.
23 points now for Spencer. Bell trying to get that basketball, but poor spacing to begin with for the Wolf Warriors. Chai Chen finds a way to manufacture points.
Able to recover that basketball. I thought he lost it in traffic, but you see the talent of Chai Chen.
Liu Zihao sends it cross court to Leung. Leung misses. Jennings has gone cold after a fiery start where he scored 10 points in the first quarter.
And again, the defense of the Wolf Warriors is going to be the most effective if you can get somebody other than the Warwick Spencer to try to make those attempts as Sun Hefeng continues his stellar play.
Absolutely. That's now 7 points in the third quarter, 11 in total, and the lead of Macau down to 9 points. The Black Bears go back to Watkins. He has been missing his initial jump, but he mops up his own mess.
And you know, you cannot afford to allow Ryan Watkins to get that ball that deep under the basket and defend him one-on-one.
Bell the fall away. Doesn't get it. But the rebound lands in the hands of Chai Chen. Fall away for him, doesn't go. Another offensive board. Chai leaves it for Sun. Just could not get it.
Again, Miguel has been quiet for pretty much most of this third quarter.
Leung again from the corner. Still not getting it, and Watkins gets fouled by Sun.
And there you just see an example there. Ryan Watkins in the midst of two other guys wearing a white jersey, so nobody putting a body on the best rebounder of the Black Bears. And that's just a mortal sin for the Wolf Warriors.
Margo back in the first half. Jennings Leung was 2 out of 4 from the three-point range. But here in the third quarter, he's 0 for 2. Right now, a timeout is requested by Coach Matt Spellman of the Wolf Warriors. They are within 11, but they would like to get closer. Chai Chen doing some heavy lifting in this game, leading his team with a total of 19 points. Miguel dropped 16 in the first half, but has slowed down. Good thing for him, someone stepped in Sun Hefeng.
Sun Hefeng, we saw in that after that sequence, after that attempt from Ryan Watkins, had his hands on his knees as he has played already 21 minutes in this game, only averaging about 13 minutes per ball game. Coach Matt Skillman has really stuck with his big lineup of Chai Chen, Sun Hefeng, Shu, as well as Miguel and Cody Bradford. Only 2 other players from the bench seeing action for the Wolf Warriors. That's Zhong Shanxiao and Yan Zhu.
It was a very wide open Liu Shu underneath the basket, but Bell did not spot him. Bradford from the corner. Good line, too strong. Rebound by King. Macau running. King to Nathan Yu. Back to King. That's his specialty. Not this time, though.
That's a good box out there coming from Yu.
13-point lead for the Macau Black Bears. The Wolf Warriors knocking on their door. Chai Chen getting past the defense. Good ball fake there.
And they can continue to pound the ball inside. Lead is 11.
Spencer misses on that leaner. And China trying to show a bit of his dribbling ability. Wolf Warriors getting the Macau Black Bears to bite on their pump fakes. Bell takes it to the basket. Bell scores again, trimming the deficit down to single digits once again.
And he's got to do more of that. Nobody can guard him one-on-one on this Black Bears squad. He just has to continue to pound the ball inside and be aggressive.
Spencer drops the three.
That is the only guy who can beat you consistently and hurt you consistently from the outside, especially with Mike McKinney not in the game.
26 points on 11 for 15 shooting. Watkins, great defense. Chai couldn't get it. And Nathan Yu saving the possession for the Black Bears.
And Chai Chen forcing that sequence as he has Mike Bell one-on-one against a smaller defender.
Oh, Spencer trying. He was a bit too unselfish there. Chai Chen fouled by Liu Zihao.
It's a Judy foul there on the part of Liu Zihao.
It was a good foul too, preventing what could have been easy 2 points and also not allowing Chai to complete the basket.
Chai Chen right now, so far 2 out of 3 from the stripe. Leading scorer here for the Wolf Warriors with 21 points.
And as you mentioned, he missed one earlier, and he's been getting shots from all over the floor. It seems as though it's at the free throw line he's had the most trouble with, at least tonight. Well, he makes good with the second.
One of the reasons why they are still within striking distance is because they've really tried to stick with their game plan of attacking the inside. They've outscored Macau in terms of points in the paint 38-34.
Watkins blocked there by Bill.
That's a nice collapse there by the defense of the Wolf Warriors. But that's going to be a turnover there from Bradford.
Watkins attacking the defense. King from the corner. 3 doesn't go. Chai with the rebound. That's a lot of threes being missed by Macau, but a lot of times they get the ball back. Watkins produces 2.
And that's just the hustle there of Ryan Watkins. And what makes it more painful for the Wolf Warriors is you make a good defensive stop, and then you throw the ball away, and Ryan Watkins scores off the turnover.
Bradford, Chai asking for it, top of the key. Here's Bradford. Lobs it to Bell! Bradford with the alley. Bell with a oop. What a connection between those two Warriors.
And a nice exclamation point for the Wolf Warriors. Hopefully that will get them pumped up for the 4th.
Take a good look at this one more time. Chai Chen was asking for it. Bradford had other plans. And the Wolf Warriors are within 11 once again.
哇，分數非常之接近啊 ！OK， 第3節比賽時間到，一陣間我哋到我哋第4節，繼續努力加油！嗱，嗰日咧，我喺澳門咧就特登買咗2個嘅鎖匙扣啦，咁寫住係4個字嘅，堅持到底。咁嗰個鎖匙扣咧，我就記得係上次我哋嘅澳門戰狼主場嗰陣咧，我都攞出嚟俾我哋現場觀眾睇啦。咁現場觀眾咧非常之中意嘅。咁下次咧我都買翻個送俾現場，買翻一批咁多啊，一箱咁多送俾現場觀眾哇！上面咧我哋澳門戰狼嘅 logo 啊，就幾靚啊，係嘛 ？OK， 堅持到底，加油！得閒 show 俾你哋睇下我鎖匙扣先啊！ 咁與此同時咧，我哋戰狼咧都好多嘅啲運動嘅 T 恤啊，同埋毛巾啊、圍巾之類嘅。咁大家有
You were talking about how the Wolf Warriors adjusted on the defensive end. Back in the first half, Marco, the Macau Black Bears were shooting 61% from the field, but now here in the second half, only 32%, 8 for 25, and Chai Chen carrying the load offensively. Miguel, of course, helping out with that highlight earlier.
That was the first quarter where they were able to outscore the Black Bears 23-19 did the Wolf Warriors. And if they can continue attacking the paint, defending the Black Bears rather like they did in that third quarter, then they can make some more headway here as the lead is trimmed down to 9 points by Chai Chen.
Back in the third period, the Wolf Warriors won that quarter 23-19. And they would like to carry that momentum here into the fourth quarter. It's not impossible for them to steal this win.
That's right, and they're putting a quicker guy on Warwick Spencer. So I like the move here for Coach Matt Skillman. Put a quicker guy against the Warwick Spencer and then play defense on everybody else. Wolf Warriors right now playing man-to-man.
Spencer taking it to Chong. The Warwick Spencer missing. He was looking for a foul there. He's got 26 points. A lot of second and third stringers in the game right now for these two teams. Jong for the Wolf Warriors, and for the Black Bears, they have gone with Lau. Chai, ball was tripped. Liu Shu, the defense recovering. Chai Chen down the middle, and this is the closest that the Wolf Warriors have come in a while.
And how about that nice look-away bounce pass coming from Liu Shu to the streaking Chai Chen.
Watkins restores order with that three.
Look at Ryan Watkins, hurts you so many ways. His hustle, his rebounding, as well as his outside shooting. First triple of the game for Watkins.
Yushu, a foul called there, got hit on the face.
Good recognition of the mismatch. Yushu against Lau.
Lau Chonpong commits that foul.
First team foul.
Oh, it's also quite difficult to come straight off the bench and have to match up against a guy who's already warmed up and has been playing a lot of minutes in this game.
First point of the game though for Liu Zhu after 24, close to 25 minutes of play.
Well, there are a couple of guys, as we mentioned earlier, on the Wolf Warriors bench in uniform but not playing here. There's Shantez Patterson. Crescendo, yeah, that's right. Yanshu already also played just a little bit. You see how dropping that three-pointer, upping the lead back to 12.
And you know, that just hurts there for the Wolf Warriors because you're playing great defense against the Warwick Spencer, but on those two possessions, Watkins and now Liu Zihao hurts you from the outside.
Watkins up high for the board. Spencer looking to get it. Spencer really being denied here by Jong, and that's really his responsibility at this point. Playing his role very well. The switch puts Chai Chen on him. Spencer misses. And there was a foul. It is going to be on Liu Shu. He fouled Watkins.
That just shows you how difficult it is to box out against Ryan Watkins. Watkins just so active on the offensive glass. You see there Liu Shu grabbing onto the left arm of Watkins.
Watkins with 28 points and 13 rebounds. Spencer fouled by Jong even before he got to the basket. So that's only going to be a sideline inbound. Third foul on Jong, only the second team foul, a third team foul rather, of the Wolf Warriors.
And that's good recognition on the part of the Black Bears because Jong is almost as quick defensively on the perimeter. So the Warwick Spencer taking him to the post, drawing the foul right away.
They want him again. Watkins now against Bell. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Spencer frees himself up. Nothing on the outside attempt. This game has really slowed down.
This is the pace actually that the Wolf Warriors have to play if they want to try to catch up and beat the Black Bears. You do not want the Black Bears scoring heavily in transition.
But that's what they did in the second half. Watkins did not get that layup. Great defense, the recovery for the Wolf Warriors.
Good defense there on the part of Chai Chen, not giving up on that play.
Yushu shoots over Lau. Bottom of the net on that three.
And again, trim it to single digits. Just a 9-point advantage right now for the Black Bears.
6:45 remaining in this game. Spencer. Elbow J, bottom of the net. Warwick Spencer can really score in so many ways.
Just such a deadly shooter. And if I'm the Wolf Warriors, I would probably think about forcing the ball out of the hands of the Warwick Spencer, probably doubling him off the ball screen.
Lau Chon Kong, good defense. Spencer to you. Nathan from outside, nothing there. Bell grabs that rebound. Running start for the Wolf Warriors. Bradford sees an opening, doesn't get it. And now it's time, it's Macau's turn to get on the run. Watkins doesn't get the roll and he taps it out of bounds. I think Watkins is also a bit tired already.
Ryan Watkins has pretty much played the entire ball game for the Black Bears. So lucky break there on the part of the Wolf Warriors. Somehow they've not been able to break this 9-point deficit in the past couple of minutes, in the past few minutes.
11-point lead for Macau. That cannot be trimmed down by Liu.
Probably not the shot you wanted that early in the possession.
Spencer again matched up against Chong. Actually, Chong is really not backing down from that matchup. He liked that against for that local as he gets that rebound off of Liu miss. Once again, the Wolf Warriors trying to get into the post, but Chai Chen had other plans. He misses from downtown.
That's back-to-back three-point attempts early in the shot clock.
Good block from Chai Chen. And ball will stay with Macau as Chong ran out of space. So after rest, Sun Hefeng will check back into the game and will replace Chong. Once again, the Wolf Warriors going big. But the question now, at this point, instead, Sun Hefeng will replace Liu Shu.
They're going to keep Chong in the game to defend against the Warwick Spencer.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was wondering about. Who was going to defend the Warwick Spencer if Chong was the one being replaced? Watkins. Beautiful move, just not the result he was looking for.
And so far, Mike Bell has been up the task here defending against Ryan Watkins. And let's see, they're going to need a good possession here if you're the Wolf Warriors.
Chai Chen, count the basket. He has been carrying his squad. 28 points now for the leading local scorer of Season 9 of the ABL. We still have 4:40 remaining in this game. Chai Chen keeping the Wolf Warriors alive.
啱先咧打得咁好咧，可唔可以用你嘅小手俾啲掌聲我感受下氣氛好嘛？唔該晒你。好想呢個時候咧，同大家一齊玩人浪啊，同埋玩急剎車啊，好靚啊！咁可惜啦，我哋嘅紀錄台咧就唔方便睇到大家。如果唔係一齊玩人浪咧，將呢個咁靚嘅場面咧 po 上去嘅朋友圈上面咧，或者你嘅抖音啦、微博上面咧，哇會好型仔啊！或者你影到靚相咧，或者係中意燒嚟一個非常之靚嘅搶片啦，都可以將呢個靚相咧就 at 我哋嘅澳門戰狼嘅官方嘅微博啦，咁或者係微信關注我哋嘅澳門戰狼都 OK 啊！ 非常之精彩嘅鏡頭咧，都有媒體嘅暫停啦。咁啊，大家睇到我哋今日都好多 媒體嘅暫停咧，證明呢場嘅賽事非常之精彩啊！亦都辛苦晒我哋佛山電視台嘅同事啊，進行現場嘅直播啦嚇。
The Wolf Warriors knocking on the door of the Macau Black Bears. They have been trying to work as hard as they can. Chai Chen, arguably the hardest, and Jening Leung facing his former team. He was very effective to start the game. 10 points in the first quarter, but has only scored 2 points since. Chai Chen, you're talking about a possible feat he can achieve here, Marco.
Well, his season high so far has been 34 points. Right now, he has 28, possibly 29. We're just 5 points away from his season or career high here in the ASEAN Basketball League.
Most importantly for the Wolf Warriors, only an 8-point deficit they're facing here. Zhong too physical on Spencer. Has only 15 points. A lot of emotions there for Zhong. He has been that kind of a player, you know, a lot of emotions that he brings into a game.
That's going to be the 4th personal foul on Zhong. So they're going to try to go back to the Warren Spencer once again.
He knows that he has size advantage against Zhong. Leaving it for Watkins. Ryan Watkins overpowers the D.
And how about the court vision there at the part of the Warren Spencer, finding his big man. Quick cut to the baseline, and it's a nice interior pass coming from Spencer.
And with that assist, Spencer is 1 away from a triple-double.
In only his 4th game.
Even again. I thought that if my eyes aren't fooling me, he has really been trying to help Watkins pour on the points. He knows that Ryan is kind of put in the back seat in their last game when Spencer and McKinney combined for 85.
So check that, this is actually only the 3rd game of the Warwick Spencer, so a possible triple-double here.
Here's Watkins once again, gets blocked initially. Ball will stay with Macau. You see Watkins, they're really going to him and allowing him to get as many points as he can get.
Ryan Watkins right now up to 28 big points, or 31 here in the game.
Straight away 3 is good. Lead up to 14 points once again.
And again, Macau has seemed to always have found the answer. Every time the Wolf Warriors have been able to trim the deficit down to below 10 points.
Bell, Chai Chen looking to attack. Chong shies away from the 3. And how about Chong taking it to the basket? Spencer would like to challenge him on the defensive end. Warwick Spencer getting that rebound. Things getting a bit chippy here. Spencer misses from outside. Lau getting the rebound. Here's Leung taking it to the basket, flips it up, no good. Watkins was fouled there. A lot of physicality between these two teams.
How about the activity there of Ryan Watkins? That's 2 or 3 possessions that he has either gotten or he has helped his team to get back.
And both coaches are complaining at this point, feeling like there should have been fouls called.
Well, there was a part in that sequence where I think Watkins got the piece of the arm of Chai Chen. So Coach Matt Skillman not pleased, but Watkins, again, you have to give him a lot of credit for the effort. Being very relentless, has been relentless almost all game long.
84-72 the score so far with 2:52 remaining. Looks like a technical foul was whistled. But no, there's just a wet spot on the floor they're trying to fix.
Watkins, as we take a look at his numbers, 31 points on 13 of 27 from the field, 18 rebounds. He has 9 offensive and 9 defensive rebounds. Just a monster on the glass for Ryan Watkins.
And Warwick Spencer looking for his 3rd 30-point output in, well, as many games that he's played here in the ABL. Truly an impressive display for that import. But Watkins leading the show right now. More than the 31 points. He has, like you said, 19 rebounds and 4 assists as well.
Just doing a little of everything here for the Black Bears.
Watkins makes both. 14-point bubble for favoring the Macau Black Bears is still something that the Wolf Warriors can still recover from.
Well, mathematically, if they can make a lot of threes in a hurry, it is still possible. But right now, with the way Macau has been playing, and that's going to be another turnover for the Wolf Warriors.
And look at that highlight! Watkins to Spencer, back to Watkins, up in the sky, finishing with a slam.
And there's your triple-double for DeWarrick Spencer, 10th assist of the game.
In a major way, that he collected that too. On the other side, Sun Hifeng seeing some opportunity, making the most of it. Tez Patterson, as we mentioned, unavailable in this game due to that eye injury. You can still see it, it's very sore, that left eye.
Still not able to open it fully. But that could be the exclamation point that the Black Bears have been looking for.
Oh, you can expect the Wolf Warriors to still continue to fight up to the very, very end. But 14-point lead, less than 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. More and more, it's looking like Macau. Watkins, another board for him. Flips it up, no good. Chai Chen getting control of it. Chai leaving it for Sun. Misses initially, mops up his own mess.
You know, despite the impending loss, this has been a great breakout game here for Sun Hifeng.
12-point lead for Macau. And this could really help them in their bid for their chase. They are chasing the BTN CLS Knights Indonesia for that top 4 finish. And they're about a full game behind Indonesia right now. And with CLS having one last game left on their schedule, Macau will hope that they have enough in their schedule and in their bags to get a hold of that top 4 seed, which will guarantee home court advantage in the first round.
So right now, the BTN CLS Knights are at 14 and 11, while the Macau Black Bears at 13 and 11. So with a win here, they will tie the CLS Knights at 14 and 11. And as we mentioned, they are at the number 4 and the number 5 spot. So they will possibly match up against each other as well. And everybody knows how hard it is to win and to get a win in Gor Kertajaya, where the CLS Knights are 10 and 3 this season.
Absolutely. And as we speak too, you know, another team that's excellent at home, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, is down by 13 points against the Formosa Dreamers entering the 4th quarter. So that could be a battle for the top seed in the elimination round. So these are all games that we have to keep an eye on. I really think this is where it gets exciting for the ABL.
Well, for the Formosa Dreamers, with a win today against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, who are still without Ronaldo Baltman, they will clinch, or they will overtake San Miguel Alab Pilipinas temporarily at that number 1 spot. And again, if you finish number 1, you're possibly going to be playing against the Mono Vampire Basketball Club, which is in the last few games has also been on fire. They're 5-0 in their last 5 games. Talking about Mono Vampire.
I still think, even though this could very well go down to be a loss for the Wolf Warriors if they don't pull out the stops in the last minute and 4 seconds of this game, it's a gallant stand for the Wolf Warriors matching up against Macau, as we know is one of the stronger teams here in the ABL.
And especially after taking into consideration that their average winning margin of Macau the past 3 meetings has been 33 points. This has been a big achievement so far for the Wolf Warriors.
Well, shots just stopped falling as well for Macau in the second half, and it's largely due to the adjustment on the defensive end for the Wolf Warriors. Chen leaving it for Sun once again, which leads to another rebound for Watkins. He's got 36 points and 21 rebounds, but they turned the ball over, throwing that one away. Coach Mu Jin Shan, even though he's about to take another win in this season, unhappy. Of course, you want to make You don't want to make mistakes because these are habits you can bring into the playoffs.
That's right. And you know, Ryan Watkins has come back in a big way after that 4-point output against San Miguel Alab, Pilipinas. As you mentioned, 36 points, 21 rebounds already for the big man. The Warwick Spencer also with 28 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 steals in the game.
Bell was fouled by Liu. Mike Bell taking a bad fall. Mike Bell was also neutralized in the second half after pouring in 16 in the first 2 quarters, only 4 in the second half, and you're left to think that if he was able to do more in the second half, maybe it was more realistic for the Wolf Warriors.
Well, we saw in the first half where Mike Bell really tried to take advantage of that matchup in the post against the smaller defenders of the Black Bears. They went away from that game plan here in the second half, and it showed just 5 points in the second half.
Marco, what's a matchup in the playoffs that you're really looking forward to? Maybe a dream matchup for you?
Well, definitely Formosa Dreamers against the Mono Vampire, with the way the Mono Vampire has been playing. Of course, number 2 San Miguel Alab, Pilipinas against possibly number 7 Hong Kong Eastern. That's going to be a monster matchup, especially with O'Darian Bassett coming back healthy.
Well, here the Macau Black Bears get closer to a top 4 finish. Of course, there are more games to be played before that is settled. But they take a big one here on the road against the Wolf Warriors. 89-81 is our final score here in Foshan. The visiting Black Bears taking a win.
But a gallant stand here for the Wolf Warriors. As you mentioned, 33 points per game, the average losing margin of the Wolf Warriors right now, losing by just 8 points in a gallant stand. And again, you have to congratulate Chai Chen, 31 points. Mike Bell with 20, Sun He Feng with 15 points, tying his season high. But you take a look at the stats all around, 52-43 in terms of rebounding, 22-18 in terms of assists, just 10 turnovers for the Wolf Warriors, 11 turnovers for the Black Bears. So a quality ball game from these 2 teams in terms of minimizing their mistakes. But again, just the outside scoring of the Black Bears, led by the Warwick Spencer, and again the relentless effort of Ryan Watkins in the paint and hustling to those loose balls.
36 points, 21 rebounds, and 4 assists for Watkins. The Warwick Spencer with a triple-double of 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. A monster game for those 2, leading to another win for the Macau Black Bears. That about does it for us here in Foshan, China. For my partner Marco Benitez, for the entire team, the hardworking men and women of the ASEAN Basketball League, this is John Sulin, thanking you for watching another presentation of the ABL. We'll see you on the next game day. We hope that you will soon be ready for the playoffs. We'll see you next time.